Good morning and welcome to the beautiful Cayman Islands. My name is Jason and I'm with JTD Travel. Thank you for stopping by my channel and checking out my Carnival Horizon vlogs. Today we will be visiting Grand Cayman and we will be doing the Oculus Shipwreck tour. So we're about to head down to the gangway and get on the tender boat and then head over to beautiful Grand Cayman Islands. Now, as you can see, these little small boats right here, these are called tender boats, okay? So this port stop doesn't actually officially have a port where the ship can pull up to the actual dock and let us off. So they have to tender us over to the actual island. If you don't, I would say it's like a hit or miss with people. Sometimes they don't mind the tender boats and some people do, so they won't get on them. So I know there's a lot of people who say they are not getting off the boat today because they have to get on the tender to get to the island. So for us, it really doesn't bother us, but for some people it does. But yeah, we're about to go out on Excursion, the Oculus Shipwreck book tour, and then we're gonna head right back on the ship. We're not here long. I think they say back on board is at 3 o'clock and it's already going on 9 o'clock. So yeah, let's go ahead down to the game. And are now here on the Grand Cayman Islands. We're now waiting in line for the Oculus boat tour, and then we're gonna see what that excursion is about. See you once we get on board. All right, guys. So confusion. Okay, confusion. So once you get on the island, I guess for the Carnival excursions, they're on Cayman Island time. So keep that in mind, like you trying to hurry up and get off the ship to beat your excursion, but it may not be on the ship time, it may be on the island time. So just remember that. So we got about an hour and 15 minutes before we get on start the excursion. So we're gonna just walk around the shops and stuff they have out here and check out what they have.
and I'm gonna be your guide for today, all right? On board with us today, we have Cameron, which is gonna be our assistant, also on board with us today. Now what I'll be doing right now, guys, I'll be briefing you on how to enter the boat. As I do so, I'll have Cameron demonstrating how you guys get on board. So by means of entering on board, guys, there are 2 grab rails up front where we utilize making your way on board. Moving objects, so therefore you want to be mindful of your step as you make your way on board. The water is wet today. I appreciate you guys stepping on board, not in the water. We paid for a dry snorkeling, and I appreciate you guys keeping it dry, all right? Now once you make your way on board, up top where you see Cameron is standing, if you're tall, please to watch your head, all right? Avoid hitting the head, guys. Hitting the head can cause damage to my boat, and we don't want that today, all right? So please be mindful of your head as you make your way on board. Now we normally do shorter people first, due to the capacity of the craft. At the front is as a sloop, with fish shorter people's best. So if you know you're short, you always get the first preference making your way on board, all right? Now once you sit at the front, you guys don't want to throw yourself backwards. The same rules apply. Hitting the head, hurting my boat. We don't want that, all right? So please be mindful of your head at all times, guys. You all ready to go have some fun?
Yes.
Me too. So let's go see what the ocean floor have to offer us, guys, all right?
All right.
Let's go have some fun. Your dry snorkeling, all right? The name is Lawrence once more, and I'm going to be your guide for today. On board with us also, we have today's Cameron, who's going to be your assistant on board with us also today, all right? So, taking off on our tour, I'd like to brief you guys on safety equipment. Now, you all know safety comes first, right? Now, in case of any emergency, guys, we do have life vests on board. The life vests underneath the seats over here, they're only $20 for one cash only, all right? Just kidding, guys, okay? Yeah, life vests are mandatory here, all right? So, no charge for a life vest, okay? So, taking off on our tour, guys, the depth we're looking at right now is reaching like 8 to 10 feet down. The glass we're looking through, 75% magnifies, allows us to see the ocean floor a bit more closer. Now, as we go along here, guys, we might happen to come across some cool aquatic life. Aquatic life you might come across turtles, stingrays, sharks, tarpons, barracuda, pufferfish, and some other tropical life as we go along. So if you come across any of these before we do, guys, get into our attention, we get the boat over it, we all get view at once, alright? Also in this tour here, guys, today, if you don't get to see no fish today, trust me, it's all on this person over here, alright? You'll be getting back 100% of your money if you don't get to see no fish today. Alright? Alright guys, so today we'll be going to Jamaica and Cuba. Are you ready?
Yes.
Alright, I'm sure you guys signed the lads away, so I'm the one in charge right now. Alright, so whatever I said goes. I'm the captain. Yep? Yeah. And in case the boat run out of gas, then you all know we do kids first, then you guys after the captain goes last. Alright? Yes, ma'am. So, let me say guys, we're about to do 2 shipwreck and a Cheeseburger Reef. Alright? Now as we go along, we'll be playing some voiceover audio to tell you guys a bit about these 2 shipwrecks, the Cheeseburger Reef, Grand Cayman Islands, and its history, alright? So you want to make sure your phone is ready, guys, the cameras are ready to capture each moment as we about to begin our tour. Feel free to ask the question on board, guys, no problem in doing so, okay? Now we'll be playing some music for you guys as we head on over to our first shipwreck. I hope you guys are music friendly, just like myself, alright? No further ado, we're going to let the party begin. Question, is everyone first time here on the Cayman Islands? See the hands of the first timers here on the Cayman Islands? Alright, we have a few first timers. We're the second timers. Alright. We have third timers here too? We have third timers here? We have more than 3 times here?
More than 3 times here, yeah. We can go to here more than 3 times.
Yeah. Well, it's good to have you guys here again once more on the Cayman Islands. For those who is their first time here on the Cayman Islands, alright guys, so in case we don't get to see no fish today, over here we have some fish that are known as a tire fish. So those who don't know what a tire fish looks like, that's a tire fish for the first time in real life, alright? You're gonna sink?
Look at all the water coming up.
No, man, don't worry about that. Alright, so let me tell you
But don't
this.
worry.
We're on a class for a boat where we have to have holes underneath the boat to take pressure from the glass. Alright?
So that's
With
the
all of
hole.
us on this glass, we have gone to one already. Yeah, so we need to breathe a hole so water can take pressure off the glass. So that was water coming. If you look on the bottom, you see some spots. Those are breather holes. Alright?
That was the boat. That is the like 17 minutes past. You guys yeah.
That's the best phone. Why don't you?
That's not on the story.
What?
Y'all want to try to go to the beach later? Like only $2.50. You take an hour, but be there like an hour. So I'll call you when I'm close. So
They're telling them to go to the thing that said they can get them on something.
huh?
You record.
If you tell her to come to the pier, we'll pick her up.
Oh, look at them. But the same fish
You
over
tell her
there.
to come right here, we'll pick her up and do the next shipwreck.
Okay.
That could work. So she's only missing this one over there.
She said she was by herself. She was trying to go.
Alright guys, so we are about to approach our first shipwreck and this is going to be the wreck of the Titanic, alright?
The Titan.
The Titanic. Okay?
Hold on, the Titan.
I'm just kidding.
The
guys.
word right.
I don't know what that is, but they said the Titan.
It's a boat right
So this is going to be the wreck of the Balboa through the Oculus, alright? The ship? Alright, so we're getting some advice on the audio guys to tell you guys a bit about these shipwreck once we get onto them. So approaching the wreck of the Balboa. Make sure your phone is ready guys, your camera's not ready, alright?
The wreck of the Balboa. Let me tell you the story of one of the Cayman Islands' most famous and popular wreck dive sites. The Balboa was a 375-foot-long ship that was built in 1923 in Scandinavia. She made her way to the Caribbean when she was purchased by the J.S. Walker and Son Shipping Company of Jamaica in 1928. The Balboa plied the various shipping routes in the Caribbean and U.S. North American basin, hauling general cargo. In November 1932, she was headed from Port Arthur, Texas to Jamaica with a load of lumber. She pulled into the Georgetown harbor to try to dodge what was described in that day as bad weather. The ship's master was Caymanian Captain Edward Wilson Bodden. In 1932, the weather prediction tools were mainly the barometer, which measured barometric pressure, actual first-hand delayed reports, or visual sightings of one's environment. The sky, signs and wind, and sea indications as viewed by the eye. The bad weather turned out to be the 1932 Cat 5 monster hurricane, 175 miles an hour wind, which killed some 100 people in the Cayman Islands, mainly Cayman Brac, and some 3,000 people in Cuba. The Balboa anchored in Georgetown Harbor with two 8,900-pound anchors, which was really no match for the fury of the bad weather, the Cat 5 hurricane. The Balboa fighting the fury of the wind and sea, and the anchors holding her fast rode down, meaning the anchor chains tore the hull apart, cutting through the ship's bow, and with the pounding of the hull on the bottom, tore the ship apart. Accounts of the morning after by Caymanians told of Georgetown Harbor being covered with lumber, which could be walked on all across the harbor. The lumber, of course, became building material for the islanders. Luckily, no lives were lost on the ship, as the crew all had came ashore to safety in time. The Balboa lives on in the heart, eyes, and minds of countless people who have viewed or dived the wreck over the past 88 years, which presents to viewers a glimpse of an authentic shipwreck which has become home to a myriad of sea life and the underwater world. For many years, the Balboa had a warning buoy, a light placed over the site, as it was a hazard to harbor traffic. The site was eventually blasted in 1957 by the British Royal Navy to mitigate the danger. The lightman was paid $1.90 a month to maintain the light. The Balboa wreck is only diveable at dusk or night due to harbor traffic.
Guys, so that was it for the wreck of the... I don't know what the name of this boat again?
Balboa.
Alright, yeah man, that was the wreck of the Balboa, guys, the lumber boat. Now, the Balboa here, guys, on a depth of 30 feet of water, and it is not divable nor swimming nor snorkeling during the daytime, guys, due to ship tenders and harbor traffic. The only way you can see the Balboa here during the daytime, guys, is by a glass on a boat, which we're showing right now. Other than that, it has to be a night dive, and that has to be booked up with our government 2 weeks in advance before you can actually get approval to do a night dive here on the Balboa, guys. As you heard, it was a lumber boat. The lumber didn't go to waste, guys. The lumber becomes building material. It was used on the Grand Cayman Islands, which we're on right now, and we also do it on the two sister islands as well, which is the Cayman Brac and the Cayman. The lumber was also used on those two smaller islands as well. No lives were lost on this shipwreck here, guys. Everyone made it to shore alive just in time. Everyone had was to swim to shore just to make sure they were alive. Even the donkey they had on board. Alright, thanks for buying that one, guys. I like you guys. You guys think it's fun to be around? You should come back tomorrow. I like you guys. I'm just kidding about that donkey. Alright, guys? Yes. Also, the shipwreck was an hazard out of the water, which you heard it was blasted back in 1957 by the British Royal Navy, just to mitigate the dangerous hazard it posed. So that was it once more, guys, for the wreck of the Balboa, the lumber. Do you have any questions, any concerns?
You said that the ship was partially out of the water, and that's why they had to blast it?
Yes.
Oh.
We still have ships that use up the port. Yes, they have to keep the trouble with this. Alright? Alright, so that was it once more for our first shipwreck, which is the wreck of the Balboa. Heading on over to our next shipwreck, guys. We'll be traveling over some reefs here today. The reefs we're coming across here today, guys, are known as the brain coral. And it's the reason why it's called a brain coral. Because it has a pattern just like a brain. It's very hard on the outside. If you should get one cut it open, it's all mushy on the inside, just like the brain. The reef is also a natural thing, guys. The reef is also breathing underwater, just like we're breathing here on the surface. The reef does tend to attract a lot of fishes, so fishes you might see swimming around on top of the reef over here, guys. You might happen to see some black and yellow stripes swimming around. Those are known as the sergeant majors. Straight blue ones are known as the blue tang. Sea blue and green ones, those are known as the princess parrotfish. Straight black ones are the domicile fish. You see a small yellow one swimming around, those are known as the slippery things, alright? You might name any of these fishes, guys.
Slippery what?
Yeah. Also, you might see some broadleaves waving to you from side to side. These broadleaves are known as a sea fan or fan coral. Usually come in different colors. Colors such as brown, gray, blue, black, orange, and sometimes purple. Now as we head on over to our next shipwreck, guys, we do have a quick question of the day. Y'all ready for it?
Yeah.
Question of the day is there anyone on board can tell us why fish are so smart? Anyone on board can tell us why fish are so smart? No?
I know it was right.
Alright, so fishes are so smart, guys, because they always swimming in schools. Alright? Alright, now as we head on over to our next shipwreck, guys, we'll be playing some more music for you guys as we head on over to our next shipwreck. But before we do so, this beautiful white sand that we're coming up across here today, is there anyone on board can tell us where does this beautiful white sand came from?
Yeah, Jamaica.
Huh?
Jamaica.
I want what they have for breakfast. Nah, man. So, quick fun fact. This beautiful white sand that we're looking at right here, guys, just came from a fish in the ocean floor by the name of the parrotfish. Now we have like over 1,500 different species of parrotfish in the ocean floor here, guys. The parrotfish does play a major role in the ocean by helping to keep the reefs alive. And what these parrotfish does do, they eat algae off the reef, after which they digest those algae that they eat, after which they poop it out. So that beautiful white sand that we're looking at right here, guys, or even on the beach front that we're normally going further yourself in, it's just sad to say, guys, it was all parrotfish poop. So you never want to go to the beach again and get yourself buried in that. If you did yesterday, sorry, you're too late. Alright? So heading on over to our next shipwreck. We'll be playing some more music for you guys, but before we do so, a question. Are we enjoying the tour?
Yes.
Alright, just to let you guys know, the more we get into the tour, the more it gets fun. There's always the best, we save the best for last. Alright, so hope you have an open mind to have some more fun as we head out over to some more stuff.
This is the story of the wreck of the Cali, the rice boat. The Cali was a 206-foot, four-masted sailing vessel with a draft of some 35 feet. Draft meaning the part of the vessel below water. The Cali was built in 1900 in Scotland by Macmillan and Sons for the Heinz Rudolph Shipping Company of San Francisco. Her first name was Hawaii. She originally plied the shipping routes of the Atlantic and Pacific and the globe, with general cargo, circumnavigating the world 4 times and getting trapped in Antarctica for a period. In 1926, she was purchased by the E.R. Sterling Shipping Company of San Francisco and renamed Ethel M. Sterling after the owner's daughter. Sterling converted the vessel or ship to diesel power with a 240 horsepower engine, removing the foremast. In 1927, the ship was seized in San Francisco for non-payment of the engine, then sold to a lady in Los Angeles who sold her to a company in Mexico. In 1933, going through another name change, this time to motor vessel Hidalgo. In 1946, the ship was acquired by a Colombian company, which changed her name again to Cali. The Cali continued to ply the shipping routes of the Caribbean and North American ports. The Cali, in 1946, while on a voyage from Ecuador to Cuba with a load of rice, 30,000 bags of the white grain, each weighing 100 pounds. The Cali developed a leak and was rerouted to Georgetown Harbor in the Cayman Islands. The captain decided to run her aground in the harbor to try and save the rice. The Cayman Islands at that time had a population of about 4,500 people and was well supplied with rice for some time. Islanders quickly renamed the Cali the rice boat. The Cali, now ashore in Georgetown Harbor, influenced the insurance company with which the Cali was insured to try to send an insurance adjuster here quickly to survey the ship's situation. At that time in 1948, the main mode of travel to the Cayman Islands was by vessel or ship. An insurance adjuster who had his own small one-seater aircraft was given the assignment. He tracked his flight from the US through Central America to Honduras, which was the closest point to the Cayman Islands. Told there that there was an airstrip on Cayman, he continued his flight. Arriving in Cayman, he could not identify any semblance of an airstrip, and running out of fuel, landed his aircraft at the surf in the middle of 7 Mile Beach, near where now is the governor's residence, thus becoming the first aircraft to land on Cayman Island soil. Witnessed by this narrator. Previously, there had been some infrequent visits by seaplanes, amphibians. The adjuster subsequently made 2 more visits here, using a narrow sandy road parallel to the beach. The wreck was blown up in 1957 to mitigate the navigational hazard it posed. So, here lies the wreck of the Cali, the rice boat. The fortunate viewer or diver might see a rice weed blooming down there.
Alright, anyone see the rice weed?
No, sir.
No?
Nada.
Unfortunately, no. Alright. So, This is the engine of the Cali, guys. Only 240 horsepower. See how big it is? This one we're riding right now, guys, only 300 horsepower, and it's way smaller and faster than this one that we're looking at right now. The Cali here, guys, on a depth of 20 feet of water. She's on a no-wake zone where you can swim, snorkel, dive on this shipwreck at any given time. On a good day when we do have snorkelers on this shipwreck right here, guys, we are not allowed to do a class of boat ride over it due to swimmers and snorkelers in the water. So you guys are so fortunate to get to see this one today. And as you heard, she was a rice boat. She was designed as a sailboat to transport rice. However, at that time, she was moved like 4 times on her last boat and traded her foremast, installing this big diesel engine that we're looking at right now, which caused her to spring a leak. She was loaded up with like 30,000 bags of rice heading towards Cuba when the vibration of the engine caused her to spring a leak, and the captain was throwing her around here in the Cayman Islands in the Georgetown Harbor just to save the rice. They does save a percentage of it which they take from the Cuba where it was destined to be, but at that time the population of the Cayman Islands was only like 4,500 people, and they were well supplied with rice. At that time they quickly renamed her and called her Cali the Rice Bowl. Cali is only like 3 to 5 minutes swim from shore and you're on top of the water. This is why she's on a no-wake zone. Now with the Cayman Islands here, guys, we're still known for importing stuff here on the island. We still do have boats that importing the rice, the lumbers, the cars, the food, etc. as you name it. We still do have these boats that importing all these stuff here on the island. The only thing that doesn't import to the Cayman Islands is, anyone in board can tell us what's the only thing that doesn't import to the Cayman Islands? Anyone? Huh?
Beach.
Alright, the only thing that doesn't import to the Cayman Islands here, guys, are babies, alright? That's the only factory we have here.
Babies.
Baby factory. Alright, so that was it once more for our shipwrecks, guys, and they were both blasted on the same day back in 1957 by the British Royal Navy, alright? Now it's time to head out over to our favorite stopover, guys, which is no other than Cheeseburger Reef.
Cheeseburger Reef, yummy, yummy. Is it eatable? Well, let me tell you something about it. The reef is located on the west side of Grand Cayman in the Georgetown Harbor, about 20 yards or 60 feet offshore, and is marked by an orange mooring buoy. At Cheeseburger Reef, you'll see spectacular marine life, where the fish befriend the visitors to their domain. Fish like snappers, butterfly fish, turtles, and other creatures of Neptune's world. The reef is in about 30 feet of water and directly offshore of what is believed to be the only operational waterfront Burger King in this region, or maybe even the world. Thus, the name, Cheeseburger Reef. I wonder what the fish calls it at supper time.
y'all. So I'm on the sidewalk. Hey, what's up, y'all? We in Grand. We just got off the excursion, the glass boat tour. Very good tour. It was an hour long. We saw 2 shipwrecks, and we went to Cheeseburger. What is it, Cheeseburger Coral? And we got to see the fish dance and all that good stuff. So we're about to head to some more gift shops, take some pictures, and then head back on the ship. You want to go down there? Yeah.